Let's take a listen to this video and I'll be back.
My husband's second wife, and I was the reason why he divorced his wife in the first place. But now that we are married, she's beginning to make my marriage uncomfortable for me. And I know a lot of you say, oh, I deserve it. But before you say this, let me explain. I'm a 26 years old married lady who is based in Lagos. I'm a hair vendor and I am doing well for myself. I've been married to my husband for 3 years, and this man used to be my sugar daddy. I know a lot of you say, oh, sugar daddy, you married your sugar daddy, you broke your sugar daddy's home. Well, before you say that, let me just tell you guys that it wasn't my fault. He was the one that told me that he loved me, and I asked him to prove his love to me by marrying me. Although it took a whole lot of turns back and forth and issues, but at the end of the day, this man chose me over his wife. Now, before we got married, here's a little background story. There was this particular day that was like 5 years ago when I was in my store. Then I was still trying to build up my brand. Although I already had a location where I display my wigs and stuff like that, but my brand wasn't as big as it is now. This particular afternoon, this married man, walked into my store and told me that he wanted to pick some hairs for his wife. When this man walked into my store, he was looking pretty normal. He wasn't looking so extravagantly dressed. He wasn't looking extravagantly fine. He wasn't carrying the best cars. He just walked in, was dressing normal. And that particular day, I remember he told me that he wanted to pick hairs for his wife. He wanted to give her as a surprise gift. I think that week happened to be her birthday. When he told me this thing, I asked him to show me her picture, of which he did. And through her picture, I was able to pick 4 hairs that could match her facial structure. And after he finished purchasing that day, I gave him my business card. I promise you, when I gave him my business card, I didn't have the intention of dating him. I only gave him because, that was like a very big sale for me, given that at that time I was still trying to build my brand. A customer just walked in and picked 4 hairs. So to me, I just gave him my business card, in case he intends to do it sometime in the future. You should remember me. That was just the reason why I gave him my business card. Now, a week later, after that purchase was made, a particular number texted me on WhatsApp, and he went ahead to introduce himself as that man that purchased hair for me a week ago. That's 4 hairs for his wife a week ago. And I went ahead to thank him and all of those stuff. And he told me that he wanted to introduce me to his friend that wants to buy hair for his wife as well. And that was how me and this man started talking. I'm not going to lie, when we started talking initially, it was just strictly on business. But you know the way life can be sometimes. When you plan one thing, life gives you another. And that was perfect case scenario between me and this my husband. Before you know it, we started talking, we started getting to know each other on a deeper level. We started saying things to each other that we were not supposed to say. And before you know, I started catching feelings for this man. I was well aware he was married, but it is what it is. Life can be so unpredictable sometimes, and that was how me and this man started dating. When we started dating, this man did things for me that I cannot really explain. At first, when we started, it seemed as if, okay, he wasn't really going to do anything, because me looking at him wasn't looking like money. It wasn't looking at him, this kind of thing that they say, dress the way you want to be addressed. If you wanted to address him based on his dressing, you can just categorize him as an average man. But when I started dating him, that's when I discovered that this man was rich. Like, this man was filthy and wealthy rich. Through this man, I was able to get a good site for my business. I was able to get more money to invest into my business. I was able to do TikTok ad. I was able to pay some influencers to, influence for my brand. And through this man, I'm not gonna lie, my business was able to gain visibility, and I was able to gain more customers. Now, moving forward into the relationship, at this time, I've already caught feelings for him. I'm not going to lie. Although, when I started the relationship with this man, I told myself that I just wanted to have fun with him, and I was there for the benefit. But like I said before, when you plan one thing about life gives you another, right? I started having feelings for him that sometimes when he was talking to his wife, when I'm there, I get really jealous. I didn't even want to see him with other women. I got really, really jealous. Sometimes when we stay together, I wouldn't even want him to leave. Like, this man was that good. It made me feel special in a way that even the young single guys have never made me feel that way. And he took care of me. When I say he took care of me, he took care of me. Like, I even omitted the parts that, he got me an apartment. Yeah, during this period, he got me an apartment. He furnished it. And this man was literally a blessing to me. Yes, I knew he was married, but at some point, that time that my mind used to judge me, my mind had to stop judging. Like, I had to kill my conscience totally, because who you go put honey for a mouth or put sugar for a mouth, where you go spit them out? Yeah, so that was it. Now, fast forward to like a year after the whole dating thing started, I couldn't hold my feelings anymore, and I had to tell him that, this relationship, we need to end it because at this point I'm totally in love with you, and I know that you cannot marry me. So the best thing for us to do now is for us to end this relationship so that I can move on with my life. I told him about ending the relationship. This man said, Lala, you, that was never going to let me go. He went ahead to reassure me that I should just give him small time, that he's going to sort everything out. Or which when he was telling me this thing, I didn't believe him. I felt, okay, these are part of the lies that married men tell single girls just to keep them trapped. But to my greatest surprise, a few months later, this man did, as he said, he divorced his wife, of which before then, they were already having issues. They were already having issues in their marriage. So when he told me that he has divorced his wife, I asked him to show me proof, and he showed me the divorce papers and everything. In fact, the day they went to court to finalize their divorce, I followed him to court, but I was in the car. So when they finally did the whole thing, the signing of papers, I was so happy. I was so happy, like, because I mean, I really love this man, and I finally have him all to myself. A few months after the divorce, we got married, and I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the happiest days of my life, because I mean, I was getting married to the love of my life. After we got married, I moved in with him, and I did one or two decorations and changes in the house. Mind you, the previous marriage, he already had two kids with the woman, of which him and his wife, they do co-parenting. But the first 1 year and a half of our marriage, it was so sweet, it was so blissful. This man expanded my business and made it bigger. Like every single day for that first 1.5 year, I wake up and the first thing I do is to thank God for making me meet this man. I was enjoying life. I was on top of the world, and I thought it was going to last forever. But lo and behold, my husband started changing in character. He started becoming weird. He started becoming busier. He started spending more time at work. He started coming back late at night. Those days that he would call me and tell me, oh, I won't be coming back home on time today, just go to bed and I'll come back later because I'll be having some meetings and stuff like that. I'll tell him, no problem, honey, nothing, just take your time on all of those things. At first, when this thing started, I didn't care because I mean, I was on top of the world and I was enjoying money. But you know, as the saying goes, what goes around comes around. When this character of his persisted, there was this tiny voice inside of me that was telling me that thing that this man was doing with you when he was married to his first wife, he has started doing it with you, with another woman. That was when I decided to do my diggings and my findings, and lo and behold, I was right. After much investigation was done secretly by me, I got to discover that my husband has a side chick, and the person my husband is dating is his first wife. Yes. So my husband's first wife, the same woman that my husband told me that he was never going to have anything to do with her, the same woman that he castigated, like the same woman that he said that he had nothing left for her, is the same woman now that he's dating as his side chick. Like, why put me through pain? And most of all, why put me through this kind of disappointment? Because you needed to have seen the way this man was castigating this woman in my front. Why go through the stress of divorcing a woman that you know that you still have feelings for? Me, on the other hand, I've not given him kids. And sometimes he do go to a place to pick up the kids, for the days he's supposed to see them. So apparently, those days that my husband would say he's going to pick up his kids under the name of co-parenting, him and his ex-wife used to do the do. Yes, I got to discover this, and I confronted him about it. And this man wanted to tell me that I have to deal with it, that that's one of the challenges that you will face in marriage. At this point, I'm no longer enjoying my marriage because of this ex-wife. Because why will you agree to divorcing a man when you know that you still have feelings for him? Why go through the stress of divorcing a man only to end up being a side chick? I'm thinking of calling this woman out. Yes, I'm thinking of confronting her. I'm calling her out. Me, I don't have shame. I want to post her on social media and drag her to leave my husband alone for me. I want her to let me enjoy my marriage, because she needs to understand that her time has passed. That I am the one in the picture now, and I need to enjoy my man. I mean, this is not the man I fall in love with. This man has changed, because at this point I'm miserable and I'm sad. I know people will say, oh, I deserve it, and maybe I was a side chick before, but I did not force this man to divorce his wife. He was one that went ahead to divorce his wife. I was my own, and he came to look for me. Should I confront her, or what do you guys think?
Hey, God of Nazareth, have you listened to her? Did you listen to her? Oh my God, did you just listen to her? Where do I even start from? First and foremost, men, they cause lots of problems. The man was number one cause of these problems. You have your wife at home. you went for another woman. You even divorced her and brought in your side chick. Now, later again, you went back to your wife. What is the problem? What are you people looking for? What is the color of your problem? You see, you, this man, you are 99% responsible for this whole situation. And you, this girl, I know poverty was part of what drew you closer to the man. Then, a man who came into your shop to buy hairs for the wife as a birthday gift, you should know that that man cares for the wife. A man who doesn't care for the wife will not go and buy hairs. Number one. And why will you let this man divorce the wife and take over? You know that this man is married. You started having feelings that you even got jealous, and you really want the man to divorce the wife to marry you, and he went ahead. Eh? Okay. Now you packed into the house. We're enjoying. 1.5 years into the marriage, trouble starts. You said the man changed, and you found out that it's the ex-wife that now becomes the side chick. You know what is so funny? That you are having pain. They say what goes around comes around. I'm happy that you said it. You know what what you said that is funny, that you want to call this woman out, that you don't have shame. From everything that happened, we can already see that you don't have shame. Yes. So you want to call this ex-wife out to leave your husband or what? My dear, hey God, they say wonder shall never end. This whole story is so complicated. Hey, but I bet you are going to lose this man. This man is coming back to marry the wife. Yes, he's going to be with the wife, ex-wife, back again. And you see the way God also punish you, that since you married him, you didn't even give birth. I'm sorry to say that you don't laugh people with that, but you deserve it because you were a home breaker. And the man also, I don't know what to say to that man at all. Really. Ha! Things can happen, oh. Things can happen. Oh, you know what I see in all of this? Because this man has money, that's why the women are struggling. They are into it. Because the ex-wife also, you divorced him. Now you become a side chick. Why didn't you fight for your marriage? You didn't fight for it. Now the man came back. You are, you know, going with him as a side chick. And the side chick who became a wife, now she's fighting, even threatening to call out the ex-wife. Hey God, this matter is beyond my imagination. I don't even know what to say. So I will leave it for the comment section. So guys, please, what do you guys think about this whole story, this whole thing that has just happened? Just leave your comments. Peace.